So, what do you know about pop art? We talked about it a little bit earlier in the year. What do you know about it? We're gonna start this one, and then, because some people are finished, so I want to give everybody a chance to have something to do. And then, once we get rolling on this, we'll get that stuff out and finished. Probably won't get to that till tomorrow, but we will finish both of them, okay? Don't worry about that. What do you think, Rejavis? What do you know about pop art?
Some pop art not real, like, they'll draw like a lion talking.
Draw like a what?
They'll draw a lion talking to another lion. You know, real cool lions they talk.
Right. Yeah, it's like almost like cartoons, right? Yeah.
It looks like it's popping out the paper.
It does sometimes look like it's popping off the paper.
Fiction. It's kind of like fiction.
So, do you know what it means? Pop art? What do you think that means? Where do you think pop comes from? Somebody said popping off the paper. That sounds good, but that's not exactly right. What do you think?
Like it's like big and like
But what does pop come from?
like popcorn. It looks like it's.
Movie?
Oh, that, like, when you open the paper, it pop. Like, go
It
pop.
has some music. You know, blows it up.
Okay, good. That's a good tie. Pop music, right? But what does the pop in pop music mean?
Oh. The type of music.
Beat. Or, like, the type of
What do you think?
music.
The color that's really bright.
Okay, it does. That's good. A color that's really bright. We do say that color pops out, right? Shelton. Pop art. Pop music. If something is pop music, does it mean only a few people like it?
A lot of people like
A lot of people like it. So it's very
famous?
Famous. Popular.
What does pop art mean?
Popular.
It's popular.
Yeah.
Woo! Good job. So when we say pop art, oh, another thing. Some people ask me all the time, how in the world did Andy Warhol get famous for painting soup cans?
Because the soup is
It's
popular.
popular.
Well, it was popular. The soup is a very popular soup, but how did he get famous? I mean, literally, guys, thousands of dollars for these paintings, and it's literally just a soup can.
If it's not soup yet.
It's a picture. It's like a 3-foot picture of a can of soup.
What made it look realistic?
It does look pretty realistic.
Because maybe
worth
it's
a lot of
for
money.
the company. Maybe was it?
Oh, so maybe it was for the company. Maybe it was advertising. That's a good guess, but it's not right.
You saw the
But
picture?
that's a good guess.
Popular?
It was popular. Who made it popular though? Yeah, so here's what's crazy. If you're an artist who's willing to take a chance and do something that other people might say is terrible, remember we talked about Van Gogh only sold like 1 or 2 paintings in his whole life. People did not appreciate him, but that didn't make him stop painting. And now, look, Van Gogh paintings are sell for millions of dollars. I don't even know that you could buy a Van Gogh painting. They're all bought. They're all somewhere in a museum or somebody's house. So why did he get famous? Well, he got famous after he died, but you get famous for doing something first. Nobody cares who did it next, right? Because that's just copying. You got to be first. So, hey, Alex, have a seat, okay? So it's something that's popular, something that pops out at you, but the name came from popular. And when they say popular culture, I see an example of pop art in this room. Allie's jacket is an example of pop art. Did you know that? Allie's jacket is an example of pop art because it's like the cartoon kind of style. All right, so let me let you watch this video real quick. You already have a pretty good idea of what pop art is. This little girl is British, so it's gonna sound like Peppa Pig.
They always get aggression.
Pay attention, look at the bright colors. Brillo is a
These are four
A washing.
of my favourite things. Bananas,
scraper, scrubber.
Plano's coat, tomatoes, and comic books. But what do they all have in common?
What do they have?
Two simple But what is pop art? Pop is young, bold, and fun. This is life in the 40s. It's a bit grey. In the 50s, people wanted plastic and glamour. They wanted to have a good time. Buy more, spend more. Don't just watch TV, be on TV. Now you can listen to the Beatles and Elvis, watch cartoons, eat popcorn, drive cars, and become famous. Now with pop art, all about culture. After all, pop art is popular art, art for all. But who were the pop artists? Richard Hamilton, this guy, said pop art was low cost, young, pretty, glamorous, and mass-produced. Hamilton made collages using imagery he found in glossy magazines. Lifting images from films and advertising was completely bonkers at the time.
Bonkers.
It was a famous stallion.
That's Marilyn Monroe, very famous actress in the 60s.
Andy Warhol.
That's Andy Warhol. That's really him and that's his real hair. There they are. There's the Campbell soup.
All capital soup.
That's what he
Varieties,
knew.
bright colours, and silky.
Can I just point out? Can I just point something out to you? Those are not digital images. Those were made before computers were able to do what they can do now. Because right now you can like scan or take a picture, right? Have you ever taken a picture of something and you put it in a little app? And you can remove the background, so you just have the picture. iPhones will do that now, right? You take a picture of somebody and you hold on it, and it'll take the background away, and it's just a picture. You can make a meme out of them or something, right? Not that you would ever do that, I'm sure. So this was before that. These are all painted. Look how big they are.
Beef.
He painted beef, vegetable soup, beef soup, mushroom soup, lentils, consomme.
Pepper pot.
Listen, the only reason he got famous is because he was the first one doing it, and people were excited by it because they wanted something new. You're about to find out why.
Bundles, all capital soup. He liked to use bright colours and silk screen techniques to produce art on a huge scale. Pretty clever. Pop art
You can do that in an app now, can't you?
Pop art is the competitive. Who? Kitty Watt, Birds, Warhol has advertising,
Do it.
Liechtenstein has comic books, Pelosi has collage, and Minnie Mouse. Wait, let's go back to Liechtenstein. He used Band-Aid dots to make his artwork look like comics, like the ones you get in newspapers. Female artists are also rocking the pop art trend. This is the only one in the world that English painter Pauline Benjamin. Pauline added fun into her art and was a bit of a rebel. Girl power, Pauline. Pop art came out of the gallery too. Nicola L. took his big red coat around the world to get people to get involved with her performance. This made a real pop crowd, not the celebrity faces in other forms of pop art. Pop art can also be found all over the world. In Iran, Parviz Tanaboli was a sculptor and painter. Like other pop artists, he made his art out of things that looked like they could be thrown away. In New York, Jean-Michel Basquiat remixed it for hip-hop and street art. Pop is on TV, on the radio, and on the internet. Like right now. Does that mean I'm pop art? Well, there's one thing Andy Warhol and I can tell. I don't know where the artificial stops and the real star.
So Andy Warhol said that pop art is about where you don't know where the fake stops and the real starts. So that was one of the things that. So these are actually silk screens, and a silk screen is like. Does anybody have a T-shirt on that's silk screen? This is silk screen. So when you have a T-shirt on that has like multiple colors on it, if it's not like vinyl, yeah, actually this is silk screen. when you have, what they do is they put it's like different layers of color. Yeah, that's silk screen. So that's what these are. And so he could change the colors up pretty easily. We're gonna make a viewfinder today. And so the way you make
Hey, good afternoon. We're going to do our drawing a little early today. Give kids time to get on up here. So drawing for GMAS tickets, 3rd, 4th, and 5th is going to be, you can come on and meet us in the Center 8 and we'll call your name. It's going to be Abel Morgan, Layla Smith, Bala Cohen, Kamari Hines, Eli Belcher, Isabella Duran, Alex Carroll, Ryan Hildebrandt, and Trey Evans. Come on and meet us in the Center Atrium. We'll have another drawing tomorrow. Well, thank you for earning those tickets over there.
Bob threw a paper across the room. What did he throw across the room? Are you injured, Lila, from the paper hitting you in the shoulder? So when you're making a viewfinder, you can take a piece of paper, fold it in half, and cut a little, it looks like a rectangle, right? But when you open it, and it's a square. It was a rectangle, and now it's a square. Now, why, Miss Hayes, do we need a viewfinder? Well, because if you'll look on that sheet that I gave you, what kind of candy wrappers are we going to draw?
Skittles, Reese's, Nerds, Smarties, and Dots.
Intent. Let them in, Brown. What's it say at the top? The very top. Pop art candy wrappers. So, we are going to, hey, don't open it yet. You can use it for your pop art. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw, I'm going to give you a candy wrapper, but listen, we're going to put a little spin on it since you want to do it more pop art style. A spin. I don't know about you, but a Snickers bar does not look very pop art to me. Now, M&M's, sure, it's nice and bright, you know, nice and bright yellow. But regular M&M's, boring, brown. Snickers bar, super boring, brown, white, blue. Now this is more pop art like, thank you, Alex. Bright colors, bold, flashy, cool font. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to try to draw, listen so you know what to do. We are gonna try to draw somewhat realistic, okay? Somewhat. And what I mean by that is we are gonna try to actually draw a candy bar. We're not, not. Stop.
Can I go get scissors for my table?
You don't need scissors. So, we're gonna use a viewfinder. So let me show you this quick video of this artist. I'm not gonna play the sound, and I'm gonna play it in fast forward. So what she's doing, or he's doing, I don't know, is using a viewfinder to figure out what the view is gonna look like. So they're kind of like moving it around because I'm always telling you to fill the space, right? Yeah. So you want to fill the space. So that's what we're going to use the viewfinder for. Now, they've decided that this is how it's going to look. It's going to be angled. A lot more exciting when something is kind of angled than when it's just straight. I don't want you to draw it in the middle of the paper. It needs to go off the edge. Okay? So you're going to put your viewfinder over this, and you're going to, over your candy, and you're going to decide how it's going to look. Now see, she's added those little lines for where the crunch, you can't really see it that well, but those lines are there. Now, is she copying it exactly? No. But she's getting pretty close. Now here's where we're going to be different. we're not gonna necessarily color it the colors that it really is. The colors really are. We're going to give it a pop art feel to it, okay? So now, if I have some Starburst over there too, and if you wanna do the Starburst in their real colors, they're already bright colors. But whatever else you get, we're gonna do it in nice, bright, or, yeah, just oranges and
Ooh,
purples.
what about
and-
like popping pink? You know, like those pink stuff.
Oh yeah, that red, like that reddish pink,
Yeah.
or like that blue,
Yeah.
light pink.
For sure. What do you know about those colors? Anybody want to say anything about those colors? Orange, green,
Halloween.
purple?
It's light.
Halloween.
Mason?
Like,
Oh, they're all a little bit brighter colors.
They are bright colors. What color family do they belong to?
A cool color? But no, not cool. Not cool.
Lila, you know what they are?
No.
No.
Halloween?
No, that's not a color family.
Strawberry?
Are they primary colors?
What? Secondary.
Yep.
Are they secondary colors? Yes. They are secondary colors. Good job. Okay. So let's go over how you'll know if you're done. So on the back of that paper, flip it over and let's look at the rubric. So you won't need to ask me if you're done. Everybody, we're always shooting for level 4, right? So level 4 says bold, bright colors filled the page with a very intentional manner. That means nothing happened by accident. You did it on purpose. Okay? You meant for it to go off the page. You meant for it to be filled with bold, bright colors. This is a carefully planned and extremely creative piece of artwork. You thought about the colors that you put together. You didn't just slap some colors on there. Now, if you're not sure about what colors might go together, here's a trick. Pick your favorite color and pick the colors next to it. So if my favorite color is orange, I might pick yellow, orange, yellow, red. I might pick these colors right here. Okay? But we're going for bold, and we want it to really stand out. So I might choose complementary colors, which are across from each other. And if you forget, feel free to come look over here. Here are the complementary colors and tertiary colors.
What if a favorite color better?
You just pick something kind of close to it and then pick the colors around it. Okay?
Standing like a house.
All right. So, you're going to take your viewfinder and you're going to put it on top of your candy. Hey, whoever's throwing that paper, please stop.
Now look at this, now look at this, come out.
Let that be the last time.
Miss Hayes, are you gonna put it or can we?
Go pass those out. All right, here's the deal. You can, as many as you need. If that's how it works out on your.
Yes.
They copied those.
I got this. You can't decide if you're gonna do that. I think, is that it? How many more do we need?
I want to use a wood that catches you.
No. How many more viewfinders do we need?
I need one.
Raise your hand if you don't have a viewfinder.
Can I show you the Raise your
No,
hand if
that's
you don't
that
have
was just sketch paper.
one. We don't have what?
You find it.
Yes, you do.
It's 7. That's 7.
All right, so these are kind of big. You might have to kind of hold it. Cut these kind of big.
You can feel somebody there. Sometimes.
All right, so here's what you can get. Listen, if we don't have something drawn on our paper by 2 o'clock, you can't eat the candy. All right, so. So look, you're gonna get your candy, and you're gonna what they did. You're gonna use your viewfinder to find a cool view of your candy bar, okay? Leave that there. Now, if you're, I think it'd be all right. So remember, you want it to go off the page. If your viewfinder, oh no, it's not too big, so you can do that. You want it to go off the page. So listen, right now, we need to get the basic shape of the candy bar down. So
Can we do it like this?
it should go off the page. You listening?
Yeah.
It should go off the page. Alex, sit down. Allie, turn your body and look up here. He's just doing that because somebody's paying attention to him. Make it go off the page. Make it intentional. It's not just gonna be a rectangle on the paper. I mean, even if you decide to use, Lois, even if you decide to use the small candies, you still have to think about where the wrapper is, because you've got the little foil wrapper on the edge. So here's the deal. You can pick 3 Starburst, 2 tiny candies, or 1 big candy. Okay? I have what I have. I have Starburst, tiny chocolate bars. Nobody's allergic to peanuts, right?
No.
Okay, I checked y'all's medical thing and I didn't see it.
Medical. Oh, so I'm doing this color too. Pink, yellow, orange.
This table's being so remember, you can get 3 Starburst, 2 of the small candy bars, or you can get 1 of the big ones. So pick quickly so you can get started. If you don't get finished drawing your candy shape on there, you have to give the candy back.
Can we start?
3, 2, 1. Yes, use your viewfinder to find a good view. I'm gonna start on this page right here. Use your viewfinder to find a good view. Start on this page. Just go for it on your real paper.
Okay, what are you going to do? Now you.
Oh, there's still lots of M&Ms.
I'm going to the people who are quiet first.
Is we living in the middle and it's time to? True that.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, viewfinder. Use your viewfinder to find the best view. 3, 2, or 1. We're out of peanut M&Ms. We have regular.
It's hard. Can I sharpen this?
It's hard.
3, 2,
I mean, Miss,
1. Pick 3. Pick 2. So it's already kind of pop arty, isn't it?
We gotta make us make us a box.
Whatever way you decide on your, you go ahead and start. Yeah. 3 of those, 2 of those, or 1 of those. You can, but do it real quick, okay? Don't spend a lot of time on your, if you want to practice, that's fine, but don't spend a lot of time. Over there by the lady. 2 of these. Man, pick something. Hey, did
Can we start?
We're getting it. And we got any time to let your clay dry anyway. You pick 1 of these, 2 of these, or 3 of those. Remember, you gotta give the candy back if you don't get it drawn on your paper. You can get it back tomorrow, but you can't eat the candy today.
Miss Hayes.
Y'all talking to me? like your paper's gonna be like this, right? So you already know you're maybe gonna have a line right here,
You
and then a little line right there, and you're
You
gonna
always
start
do
filling in
something. You
like that.
exist.
Hey, huh?
Oh, I know you're sure you got
You can just smaller viewfinder. So, where are you supposed to start? I would start this right here. So I would say this line right there is right where you went. And I would say, okay, that makes like a long triangle right there, right? So I'm gonna draw that. And then I would say, up here, that's a small triangle right there. Thank you. I would draw that line. And then I would draw, you know what I mean? I would draw the negative space right.
That's my style. Did you actually try?
Hey, listen, like I said, third grade did this project and they didn't get to take their, eat their candy today because they played around too much and didn't get their strong. So here's what I would do.
I'm supposed to draw 3 stars. Yes. I'm gonna
Who else needed, oh, you did. Avery, do something.
That guy is like this.
Wait, you meant to say yes, ma'am, right?
She was a viewfinder and draw it. And we tried to like.
I'm saying,